everybody's knowledge.
I don't know. It's been a while since I started playing. I've been playing with clouds. But go ahead.
Okay, so like I guess I have a general idea just from just looking around at the what's it called, an Ikamoko cloud or whatever the heck it is, right?
Yeah, Ishimaka.
Okay, how would you, I guess, describe using it? Because I have my own idea, but like obviously, I'd love to hear it from you.
Like all of these things, they're just an indicator.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and yeah, it's the cloud is the transition point,
Okay.
and that cloud either you can kind of get indicators if it's going to go up or going to go down. I personally don't use it anymore. I stopped using it a long time ago because there are enough other indicators
Mm-hmm.
on the board that I can just kind of look at it and see it.
Okay.
And the cloud is don't get me wrong, I'm not banging it or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
It's an extremely good piece of information,
Okay.
but it's meant to be just a quick indicator where you have a lot of these things going on at one time. You notice it's going above or below the cloud, and that's really your indicator. If it's entering the cloud,
Mm-hmm.
then you have a change in what the stock is doing.
Now,
Whether
if you
it's
see
entering going up or entering going down, it's that's kind of how it works.
now say that you see like I don't know, a candle shooting up towards the cloud, right?
Uh,
And it cuts the cloud obviously with a lot of velocity, right? Does that show chart strength then? If it's busting the cloud, just like willy nilly like that.
uh, no, that's just showing a big buy or a big sell.
Okay. And then
Or yeah,
with continuation though, I mean obviously that that would probably show momentum though, right? If it like clearly continued.
yes.
Oh, okay.
If it's continuing up and it's going green, then you're showing continued momentum on the stock itself. But once again, just it entering the cloud and then the width of the cloud gives you an indicator of what's happening with the stock.
Can you tell me what you like? What do you think about when you see the cloud narrow versus like a larger cloud, like a larger
Uh,
difference?
what what you're seeing is are the buys. You know, I'm trying to think of the correct words to put it in as not to confuse anyone. Uh, what that narrowing of the cloud tells you is there is a narrowing of the price action of the stock.
Like as in like the ask bid spread?
Yeah, in other words, the wider the cloud, the wider the price range on that
Oh,
stock.
okay. All right. That makes
Okay.
that gives me a little bit better of an idea than what I was, than what I had. I had the whole like I guess the price change in my head, if that makes sense, and like the
Yeah.
continuation through it, but I didn't know so much about the ask bid spread. So that definitely helps. Can I last question for you, because like I don't, obviously I want like I appreciate your time and I want to keep it brief.
Yeah.
You said that you don't use the cloud anymore, right? But
No.
you said that obviously you find it a useful tool. What indicators do you use?
Truthfully, I'm going to go over to Fidelity right now,
Okay.
and I've got a 1 minute on,
Okay.
and I've got the level 2 on,
Okay.
and that's it.
So you're just running level two and no indicators whatsoever.
No, because I can see it on level 2.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I get it. I absolutely get it.
You know,
It,
and
it
and
if you had to choose,
I'm
would
going
it?
to tell you,
Go ahead.
if I'm out doing what you're doing
Uh huh.
right now, where you've got 20 different stocks you've got to play with.
Yeah.
Okay, the cloud is good from the standpoint it helps you very quickly ascertain what the stock's doing.
Okay. All right. All right. And
So
now,
it gives you a good look at it. In other words, you can look at it, say, okay, it's right here, it's moving this way, it's doing that. The pricing on the stock
mm-hmm.
is very wide or it's narrowing.
Mm-hmm.
And we tend, the momentum is going X or Y direction.
Mm-hmm.
As a quick reference, it works very good.
Okay.
When you've got a lot of different items on the plate.
Which I certainly do. If you were to just handpick like let's say a few indicators, right? Let me guess. EMAs, a VWAP.
I would go with a moving average.
Okay, so you'd go with an like just a simple moving average, an SMA.
Yeah.
Okay. Of what though? Like what would it be like a 50 or
I
like?
just go up into my options and just say moving average.
Okay.
For my charting options, because there are so many out there, you can overload your chart.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I can see the volume and by both the 1 minute. Hang on one. Let me get over here to the charts. I do use a logarithmic. Let me find it here. Okay. Indicators, technical analysis. Support and resistance. If I'm using a couple of different ones, I'll look at that.
Uh-huh.
But I don't keep it on all the time.
Okay.
All the time. But the way I have it charted,
Uh-huh.
I have a filled candle and a logarithmic format.
Okay. All right. So your formatting is a little bit different. Got you.
Right. And that way it gives me a flow.
Okay. I see.
So now I
see what
have
you're
all
saying.
these different flow indicators I don't need. I can see it.
Okay. All right. Now, let me ask you this just because I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I obviously appreciate your input. On my chart that I'm currently running, right? Are there any indicators that you would personally take off or put on? And keep in mind, you know how many different what like other than like like a level 2, this that, like are there any like standard indicators on TradingView that you think that I should have that I currently do not have, or or do you think that I'm overkill and I should take some off?
I'm a simplistic sort of thing.
Okay.
So personally, I may on occasion use Bollinger Bands.
Oh, okay. So I haven't used Bollinger Bands in like a year, maybe a little bit longer. So you're thinking Bollinger Bands, okay?
It's an it's an individual.
Oh no, I know what it is. I just haven't used it in a while. I honestly wasn't expecting for you to to suggest that. That could be an easy switch because I know exactly exactly how to use those pretty well.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Of course, you guys use the An EMA is something I've used before, but I don't need it since I have that logarithmic
Stuff, yeah.
handle,
Mm-hmm.
so it actually does it itself, and that was one of the reasons I went with that one.
So basically, I guess from what I'm gathering,
might be another one that I would consider.
Wait, which one was that? I'm sorry, I spoke over you. I apologize.
Stochastic indicators.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know, so you guys can say, "Oh, it's getting up near 100."
Okay. All right.
But yeah, they tend to give you a feel.
Uh-huh.
And what I'm looking for, those things that give me a indicator that tells me what's going to happen next.
Absolutely. Oh, because we're always looking for that leading indicator, not a lagging indicator. I absolutely understand.
And most of these are just regular lagging indicators.
Yeah, well, of course, yeah. Unfortunately.
So you know, as the little thing I saw on AI today is you know, the computer is worthless because AI is too busy writing stuff for you to get engulfed in on your cell phone, and it's writing it for you as you go.
You're not wrong about that. You're not wrong about that. And last thing before I let you go. Oh no, go ahead. What were you saying? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No problem. No. You there?
Yeah. What were you gonna say? I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh no. That's I'm gonna have to leave here in a little bit, but I've got time. But keeping it simplistic. You know, if I'm going to look at a couple of them, I want to keep it simplistic so I can scan the chart and see what's going on.
Okay. You see, like I've been trying to because I'm streaming. Obviously, I want people to have obviously a decent visual, way to gather it. But if you're saying Bollinger Bands over like the cloud, for instance, I could easily make that substitution because I'm used. I have experience with Bollinger Bands myself. You know what I mean? So if you're saying that you like Bollinger Bands better, I'm probably going to try Bollinger Bands instead.
Well, see the cloud in a way is the Bollinger Band.
I get what you mean.
It is. It's just a different way of looking at it. You know, it since you're kind of teaching in a way, just trying a new one that day and say, okay, this is this particular indicator, and this is what it does. Now you can see how it compares to the Bollinger Bands or Yeshimoto clouds.
Yeah.
You know, you can give those indicators because all of those things are pretty much just a lagging or a current indicator, and it's really a quasi couple of second lagging indicator if you think about it. But keeping it clean allows you to focus on, like I said, what's next.
Yeah, and the thing that I like about the clouds, for instance, is I could see that like with the clouds with the whole ask bid spread issue, well not issue, but you know what I mean, with them like separating, I could almost see like where it's gonna like run into resistance and things like that, which is something I like. But I know that a lot of my viewers probably aren't gonna aren't recognizing that right off the gate or right out of the gate. With Bollinger Bands, they may be able to easily, understand those a little bit more. You know what I mean? But
well, they are easier to understand. That's the only reason reason I mentioned that.
Yeah, I think I might have to try them tomorrow.
Okay, because like I said, it gives you quasi same indicator, just in different formats.
Okay. And last question for you, because I don't want to bombard you. Okay. This one is a little bit out there. I know I took it a smidge early. How do you like a potential retrace, like just a technical retrace, right, on something like Credit Suisse? And I'm not talking like wait like a full on retrace up to like the like a gap fill, right? But
Yeah.
as like a small like obviously like bounce back, how do you like it or don't you?
Hey, when I was a kid, I wanted our class, our civics class.
Mm-hmm.
Say a kid, I was in high school. I think a junior in high school. Our civics class was gonna come in and buy a stock.
Uh-huh.
And at that time, Rolls Royce went out of business.
Okay.
And I said, you better buy Rolls Royce at 5 cents a share.
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. So it's an institution that's not going away.
So all right, so you like from what I could gather, it sounds like you like Credit Suisse on the low. As long as it's on the low, of course, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I had thought, it's an institution that doesn't really seem like it's going anywhere. So too big to fail, right. Pretty much too big to fail, right?
Well, let's put it this way: there are a lot of ladies running around out there with this little 1 gram Credit Suisse gold bar necklace thing. And so it's not going anywhere. What I see with the banks are going to have issues are the ones that are overexposed in crypto.
Yeah.
And not Bitcoin, but
other
these
crypto.
Other crypto startups. Okay. I think they were close to being the .com dummies.
I gotcha. Okay. I feel a lot better about my
crypto. So.
Well, I'll be honest. I feel a lot better with my entry on Credit Suisse now because I had the same exact thought that you did, that it's an institution that doesn't really seem like it's going anywhere, and I like obviously the gap to the upside, but then also I also feel comfortable about the TRKA deal, and it's obviously getting some strength. Not as much volume. We're seeing a big volume drop off. However, it seems like it's kind of establishing that low pretty well. So I definitely feel good about both of those things that we have talked about.
Well, that's the thing. Had I gotten to you a couple of seconds earlier, I would have said hold off on your buy because I was trying to type that. Hey, look at the 20s and the mid 20s to the low 21.
Well, you know what? I got my average down to lower than what you said that you thought I was going to make it to. And honestly, and that's just a short term though, right? Because even in the longer term, it could obviously do better than that, depending on revenue and this, that, and the third. But just as like a short term goal, it's nice to have my average kind of where you think it's going to be.
Yeah. Well, see, just right now, TRKA is a tradable, given just the way the shorts are running it.
Yeah.
Because we know they'll take it up over 27.
Well, you know that but myself as a retail trader, or the average retail trader isn't going to have that knowledge like you would. You know what I mean? So. Thank you again for that.
It's just having self-confidence in it.
Yeah.
And not being able, you either get out too early or you get in too early. And you want to maximize that because that is a profit margin.
Yeah. No, absolutely, absolutely. It's all about maximizing them, and we all have to get better at maximizing the margins. That's something that never is going to be an issue that that we're going to stop working on, though, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like today, I
Well,
definitely.
I got my wife calling me to go
Hey,
remind me of my appointment.
well, you take that. Thank you very much for your time, Neil.
Have fun, bud.
All right, bye.
Bye.
What a great guy. What a great guy. Guys, please like and sub. That was our buddy Neil. He's in here every day. And he used to own a hedge fund. He's very, very helpful to all of us. Come hang out and see what's up.